but they obviously can't push nearly as well if they're constantly going to be pushing out 2 lanes and defending their last racks from a backdooring Tiny.
And the thing is, the Tiny Wisp, they relocated into the fight for a period of time.
Yeah.
They essentially, they bought themselves more time because they couldn't get bursted down in those 10 seconds. And then they came back and they finished the job they started, while the rest of MVP is even lower on health and just, barely trying to hold on. So
exactly.
I think that was like where the insane decision-making came from Pokerface. Instead of just staying in the base and trying to focus it down, they joined the fight for a little bit, and then
they got a kill.
They left.
They did some damage. They made it draw out a whole lot longer, and then just went back, did some more damage, cleared the base out.
All right, well, it's anyone's guess what will happen this game. Phoenix have once again opted to grab the Brewmaster early on. They really are favoring this hero from the look of things, and the Batrider banned out. Lycan is available, and there's 2 pickups for Pokerface, so I wonder if they'll run it. I guess Forev running a Brewmaster throughout the entire series.
Big fan of the Brewmaster, apparently. And I mean, he has been doing some good work. They did lose the last game, but it was very close. Wasn't really their lineup's fault, more their decision-making more than anything else. But for safety's sake, they are getting rid of the risk with this game, which I kind of like a lot.
Yeah, it seems like the Warlock, it was not as impactful as we're used to seeing from MVP.
Yeah, definitely not.
It died a decent amount throughout the mid-game as Agnems was somewhat delayed. And I think, though, the Tiny really... Tiny Wisp combination is what won Pokerface this more than anything else. It's coming down to the drafts in these games. The players are very evenly matched.
I think because there was so much burst damage with the Tiny, like, Warlock just didn't have as much of a survivability as he usually does. And, getting that farm was also very difficult for him, being in the off lane. So maybe running him safe lane would have been a better idea if they really wanted to get him online and really beef up that pushing power. And
Pokerface. They've got some pretty big firepower with the Tinker and the Ancient Apparition, giving them a bit of a global presence.
A lot of global presence. I like this a lot.
This is a Tinker, man. We could be in for a long game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I just used the bathroom again.
Yeah, it's very interesting pickups. I love seeing Tinker play. Getting it nice and early before it can get banned out. Oh, but we see Naga from MVP.
That's right. So both teams have picked up a mid laner that is very powerful in the later stages of the game and very good at split pushing.
Absolutely. Naga definitely the advantage in the late game. Once he's got some sick farm, obviously those illusions do so much more.
The Radiance will be a nice pickup against the Tinker as well, though, because if you get in range and he TPs in, you can't blink out immediately. You're already taking damage from that Radiance.
That's a good point.
Faceless Void banned out by Phoenix. I think that's a smart decision here. The Tinker and the Ancient Apparition could synergize pretty darn well with that Chronosphere.
Oh, yeah.
And Pokerface banning out the Jakiro. They don't want their towers to get pushed too fast, but well, yeah. I guess Pokerface realized that Phoenix is not running the Nature's Prophet as much as the Brewmaster, so they opted to ban out the Doom instead this time, along with the
Jakiro.
No. I just had a brain fart there.
That's all right. But you're completely right. They do ban out the Doom, and I think I like that a lot more considering how often he's being picked.
Death Prophet.
Death Prophet.
That was the word I was looking for. I don't know why I forgot. I actually thought of its Warcraft renamed Crobulus. I'm like, okay, well, Crobulus is Death Prophet.
Indeed,
so that was my thought process.
You see, Witch Doctor picked up, and I really like the synergy that we have, and we definitely see some offensive tri-lane with these heroes. And we got the Treant banned out, too.
Yeah. Phoenix, it seems like Pokerface throughout the series are getting better and better at the drafting game against Phoenix. They still, I mean, Phoenix have a very potent lineup, but, Pokerface is covering a lot of their corners as well. They're going to have a good pickoff potential. They have a lot of damage. They have great team fight potential. And the same thing for Phoenix.
Yeah.
They're both looking really good across the board so far. I can't really, criticize the picks whatsoever.
Yeah, not at all. Have to really wait and see for the 4th and 5th picks to see what they're really going to aim to do in the game, whether it's going to be full push, defensive tries. Ooh, bristleback, great offlaner.
Pokerface do enjoy this hero. I feel like a lot of teams don't really run him too much.
No, we don't see him that often, that's for sure.
He can be quite annoying to deal with, though, and these team fights that last a long time and the Quill sprays really start to add up. Combine that with Voodoo Restoration from the Witch Doctor. It's looking pretty strong.
Some sick survivability.
Yeah. So a lot of good synergy between Pokerface's heroes so far in this draft in game number 3 of the KDL Finals. Both teams tied up 1-1 for those of you who've recently tuned in. So check out the games. They've been very, very good games so far. Nail-bitingly close. If you missed game 1 or game 2, go back. You need to check them out.
You have to see them. And this is a best of 5, so we will be playing at least one more game after this. Fingers crossed we'll be playing all 5, seeing an epic Dota finals here in Korea.
Yes. That's what I'm hoping for. Shadow Shaman picked up by Phoenix.
Okay.
You know what? We don't see him too often. I remember the Demon liked to run him a few times on Phoenix back when he was with the squad.
Yeah.
Ironically, MVP will be playing against their old mentor Demon in the play-ins as they fight Liquid for a spot at TI.
Oh, really?
So it'll be like the apprentice versus the master. And who knows what will happen in that engagement.
Yeah. That should be a lot of fun to watch. I'm really looking forward to it.
Gotta wait a few more weeks for that.
Yeah. But definitely some pushing power added to Phoenix's lineup with the Shadow Shaman.
Yep. A lot of disables on their end as well. They have Net, Arrow, Shackled Sheep, and, you know, Thunderclap as well, always good for kind of starting things off.
Ryzen looks a little bit tired there.
I think he's okay. I think he's
Deep in thought.
Yeah, deep in thought.
Giving his opinion on the picks.
Funny thing about Ryzen is, like, he's a goofball outside of the booth, but once it gets in there, he gets all serious.
Yeah.
You can see, like, it's like his face personality completely changes.
Oh yeah. You see the Shadow Demon banned out as the last ban for Pokerface.
Okay. I can agree with that. Good synergy with the Priestess of the Moon, Marana. Not a huge surprise there. Maybe if they want to do a synergy, if they don't pick up the Marana as a support, then they could grab like a Bane to go with her. And that'd be good against like a hero like, I guess, the Bristleback. You kind of just want to like take out of the fight for a little bit so you can norm and focus on other heroes. Yeah. Even a Tinker, another hero, that would be kind of nice to do that against.
Yeah, just great for pickoffs. Absolutely.
Final ban, the Weaver.
Don't want to deal with that offensive tri-lane, that's for sure. Not with Ancient Apparition and Witch Doctor.
That would actually give him a decent amount of negative armor combined with the Nasal Goo in these longer, prolonged fights. But the final pick, it's Ember Spirit and Darkseer on Phoenix's end. So QO actually on the Brewmaster. This is the first time, I think, that we've had 4F not play the Brewmaster for MVP.
Yeah, this is interesting.
We're seeing the versatility of MVP coming through these series, but will it be enough, man? That's the question.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I kind of give the edge to MVP in just about every game so far.
Okay, well, I'm liking Pokerface's draft a little bit more. We'll see what happens, though. It's time for game number 3 at the KDL, tied up 1-1 between MVP Phoenix and their opponents, Pokerface. My name's Whiplash. I'm casting with Moonglade. Let's move into game number 3.
I'll just be skimming this as you plan.
Interestingly enough, we'll have QO on the Brewmaster, like mentioned earlier, but normally he plays the Naga Siren, so actually there are a lot of heroes on MVP that their members they're starting to be able to switch around.
Yeah, a lot more versatility, which is kind of weird. You think it'd go the other way when teams kind of like settle into their roles.
I think this is actually a really good thing because it's a lot harder to predict the lanes if you don't know who's playing what hero.
Yeah, that's a very good point too. Yeah, I agree.
So that can be something that really makes the difference.
A little bit of a pause.
And it is a support Marana. Ryzen's playing the Marana. I don't know if we've seen him on that hero before.
All right.
The Meepos were kind of doing a very slow, like, charge up. Like, maybe we're going to poof? No.
Yeah, nope, not yet. Still more DOTA2 to watch.
Looking at the mini-map, even though the game is paused, we can still kind of check it out in the studio. And we do see the majority of the heroes from both teams at bottom, but Tinker at the secret shop on the dire end, while Bristleback just chilling up at top. So we will probably be seeing an offensive tri-lane with the Apparition, Ember Spirit, and the Witch Doctor.
Yep, and safe lane Bristleback, mid lane Tinker as expected.
Yeah, Darkseer off-laning it. That'll still be a little annoying for any melee hero to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Darkseer will find his farm. Bristleback, though, will find some farm as well. So MVP Phoenix fighting.
Korean Dodo is best Dodo.
I agree with this statement. Korean Dodo, best Dodo. All right, it looks like we've resumed the game. So yeah, Fevy playing that Ember Spirit. And it looks like it will be an offensive tri-lane. That's interesting. We'll see how that works against Phoenix. The offensive tri-lane from Pokerface is pretty darn strong, but they are still quite flimsy.
Yeah. I mean, if that Ember Spirit gets caught out early, then definitely not as strong as perhaps a Weaver in this sort of situation.
I think this tri-lane, the success of it for Pokerface is really going to determine the pace of the game. If they do good in that tri-lane, there's going to be so much space for that Tinker the farm. And this Bristleback as well will be able to have a lot of islands and tankiness early on, really contributing to the team fight.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we'll see Kyo in the mid lane.
If this Ember Spirit can get some good farm here, also make a huge difference in the mid game.
The pulling camps have been warded as well.
Yeah. Cynical on the Ancient Apparition.
Already using Chilling Touch. Kind of showing they were just ready for action. Brewmaster. Dang. Already nuked down a lot, and there's still a lot of damage available from this. Uh-oh, QO, you are dead, buddy. I think you can kill him. Well, he decided not to.
Well, at least it kind of zones him out. Doesn't want to go too ham just yet, but yeah, Q in a terrible position early on.
I don't understand why MP didn't just spam his abilities there. I think like that and like an auto attack or two would have finished him off, and you know, just right in his face.
Yeah, maybe he was thinking like why is he so brave right now? Like,
yeah, that's a good point. Maybe
there's like a smoke coming. Like he's gonna be kind of wary of exactly. What's going
maybe
on.
He was just waiting for level 3.
That could be it too.
Oh,
I mean, as long as he keeps him in complete control, like forces him out, forces him to stop farming. Still doing very well.
Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, MVP, their bottom lane looks like Naga's a bit low on health, healing up somewhat at least. And looking at the last hits. Still pretty darn even at 3 to 5. Not a big difference either way. Okay, they get a net though on Cynical.
Oh.
Arrow connects as well. A little bit of a nether shock. Locking them in place with Shackos. There's your first blood. Going the Heen. Can they get Febby as well? Uses his wand to heal up. Oh,
Gets away.
barely gets away. Febby also a point into Sleight of Fist, not either of his other spells.
Great first blood there. Great arrow.
It was a good setup for sure.
Yeah.
Net and the arrow, you're going to be hitting most of those arrows. I mean, there's actually so much lockdown in this tri-lane for Phoenix. And Ryzen will find a regeneration rune. So just denying that. Oh, arrow flies. Misses the mark.
Looks like maybe. Nope, not going to rotate mid just yet. Tinker kind of really in control of this lane.
Yeah. I think though as Brewmaster gets tankier, yeah, he already has 2 points into his Drunken Brawler. That'll be nice and just really allow him to, you know, beef up, become very tanky.
Darkseer doing pretty well in the off lane too. Bristleback kind of keeping up. We haven't really had a look at what's going on up there. They could be trading pretty evenly.
Yeah, I don't anticipate much action happening up there.
Yeah. Bit of a stalemate.
It always comes down to the tri-lanes, and occasionally mid, depending on the matchup. And I mean, even if JYU starts running away from those creeps, he'll take reduced damage with his bristleback. Oh, another net on the Cynical. And the arrow, where is it?
Hits.
Okay, but like, Febby keeps him in place.
Yeah.
That was a little odd. I mean, I guess just they weren't in the right position, I guess.
No, they just weren't close enough for that arrow to really make a difference. DD rune?
They still have to worry about paralyzing Cask from Sky as well.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, flies. But off the mark.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, and MP will pick up the DD rune. So I feel despite the first blood, the lanes are still going pretty good for Pokerface.
Yeah, looking at the CS so far, yeah, I mean, like Darkseer doing pretty well, but everyone else kind of defeating their counterparts in each lane.
Yep.
For Pokerface.
19 on the Ember Spirit to the 8 last hits of Naga.
Yeah, that's not good.
Naga's a hero that you want to get her farmed up as fast as possible. The sooner you get that Radiance, the sooner the game changes.
Exactly.
It's like a game-changing item on her.
It's so important. Oh.
Okay, arrow. No arrow yet. Okay, they put the chains on the Heen, and he actually is going to die.
Straight up.
Arrow connects,
but they can't make it work.
No, they don't have the follow-up. Meanwhile, Tinker just doing a little bit of creep stacking. I guess he does. There's no jungler on Pokerface's end to really kind of help him out with that, but I think there may be a few camps that are starting to get stacked up. And yeah, I think in the top lane we're seeing Bristleback do that as well. Okay, arrow will connect after the arrow. Look at that damage there. Done.
Huge damage.
Clean kill by MVP, and I mean, they can just continue doing this, and as long as they have everything kind of set up correctly, it's almost a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, absolutely right. No kills. I mean, Ember Spirit has been pretty safe, though. Just the support's going down so far, which I think is important.
Febby deciding to max out his first two abilities, I guess, and not get the Flame Guard. I wonder if he's just going to put 2 points into his Searing Chains, because, I mean, until you get 4 levels, it won't increase the duration from 2 to 3 seconds until then. So he may just max out his other abilities first, which is normally what you'll see people do. Arrow flies.
Sky with the moves.
Oh, History on this Brewmaster, though, so we could see B seeing a death up top. JYU. And no wards, really, the kind of...
yeah, he's got to be careful.
Oh. He has a lot of regeneration, 2 Ringers of regeneration on him.
Case rune for Brewmaster, looking for something here.
He's going to come mid. Can he make the arrow connect? Okay, Thunderclap. Oh, the arrow's going to miss. Primal Split, though. And they get the stun on MP. He will fall.
Another clean kill. Even though the arrow missed, there was no way to really deal with a hasted Brewmaster like that. Not by yourself. No TP's ins. Something to note.
Yeah. All right, well, Brewmaster just using up that bottle. And he's notifying his team of the stacked creep camp that's looking pretty large. Oh, it may go to this Darkseer.
Yep.
He actually, I don't know if he stacked it again.
That free farm.
Yeah, if he gets the...
Yeah, that's going to be huge. That's going to really disrupt the
Tinker is not going to be happy if he
loses this lane out.
And look at the damage.
This is such a good steal.
Very, very smart moves from MVP.
Very important.
A little bit risky going in there like this, but, I mean, Pokerface are none the wiser. No? They may actually turn around and kill off this Tinker once more. Okay.
Very well.
Ace to QO. Look at the Thunderclap. And just start kind of right-clicking him down, backing him back, and yeah, I think he has just enough damage. There's the hit. They get the kill. Wonderful plays. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it's very close back and forth. Febby running away. March low on health as well. Oh, he's able to dodge using that ability. And then, in the end, he gets the kill. MVP looking very strong. Sky.
He
uses his one. Arrow flies out. Connects on Pokerface.
Gotta get out of here
there. Now, Ryzen, he's getting locked into place. Nasal Goo. JYU chasing down Ryzen. Can he leap away? No. Not enough time.
Too deep. Too greedy.
Still
great trades for MVP.
Yeah. Sky picking up a invisibility rune. Could be heading to the mid lane.
Yep.
Or maybe just doing a wraparound to bottom.
I think one of the most important things we're seeing in this game especially is how well they're dealing with the Tinker too. They are completely shutting down his farm. They shut down his stack. They warded his Ancients, and they've ganked him twice already.
Yeah, he is extremely far behind at this point, and I'm sure he'll realize, oh, my stack's gone.
He's like, seriously? Like, so sad.
Come on, guys, seriously.
Come on, guys. Where's the wards?
Bebby.
Wow, a lot of damage.
Plays.
A lot of damage.
Oh, I mean, this Ember Spirit's only level 5. He's got 700 health.
Yeah.
And mana boots, that's about it. Uh-oh, JYU, though. His leap forward, Starfall as well, and uses the wand, but I don't know if it's enough.
No way.
Yep, Riptide to finish the job. Naga just hit her level 6. There's a song. And yeah, I think it's safe to say that this tri-lane is starting to fail. MVP, lots of good rotations from them.
A lot of good rotations, yeah. Especially on mid, but even bottom.
Arrow flies.
I mean, just constant pressure, constant arrows, great setups for the bottom lane.
Yeah, the Mirana is proving to be quite the dangerous pickup this game. And
Oh.
QO, okay.
Wow, they're just going for it.
This is very, very aggressive. And, oh, Rise, okay, is he going to do a little bit of body blocking? Starfall, a little bit of right-clicking as well. And he may just try to deny himself the Roshan.
Arrow missed too.
Yeah, but the stun, though.
Stun.
And Roshan, can he get the deny? No, thunderclap at the final second, but QO may end up giving his own life.
He's so tanky, though, against these supports.
Yeah, he is. And they actually have no mana. They can right-click all they want,
They're
but...
gonna let him go. Oh, wait.
Cast, okay, tries the TP away. Perfect timing, and he gets out.
Wow. Beautiful play. This Brewmaster's doing so well this game.
Is. Give QO the Brewmaster more.
I think he needs to get it more often, yeah. I think every time would be good.
Hey, man, let's not discredit, though, Forev. He was playing very solid
Yeah,
the first game.
He played solid, but we haven't seen a Brewmaster this aggressive and this effective.
Well, March is rotated to the mid lane. Same with JYU. Uh-oh, Arrow's going to connect.
Oh!
No, it misses at the last second, and JYU uses his mech heals up. Chains on the QO. A little bit more nasal goo. And yeah, we're seeing just how tanky this Bristleback has really become.
Yeah, he is so tanky.
Looks like Hina, in the meantime, he was able to collect to level 6 as well as a tier 1 tower at top. I'm not sure if he took out the tower or the Darkseer did, but generally with the Darkseer, you are going to be pushing that lane pretty fast because you're constantly killing off those creeps.
Yeah.
All right, aggressive forward thunderclap on the JYU. And Arrow, it actually connects.
Whoa.
Vacuum as well, it's enough. And they get another kill. MVP looking a lot stronger this game than last. And
yeah.
I think their lineup is...
Their lineup is working, man.
It's working very well. They need to be aggressive and get the kills, and that's exactly what they're doing.
They're getting that. They're getting towers, too.
Oh, the arrow will connect.
No. So close. That would have definitely spelt the end for Febby.
Yeah, that would have been a guaranteed kill.
And then they're getting this lead, this MVP lead, where they get the towers down, they get the gold lead, and they're getting the ganks that they need. Completely shutting down this Tinker.
Yeah, MVP are certainly moving into their comfort zone at this point.
Yeah. We've seen this time and time again with them.
And you know what? We haven't even discussed March a little bit. This cute couple watching Dota.
Yep. Good date.
Yeah, great date.
Yeah, this Naga getting some easy farm.
She's picked up a Ring of Aquila. And are the tier 2 tower under siege with these wards. Looks like Ancient Apparition was picked off somewhere elsewhere on the map by Ryzen. And... I don't know, Pokerface, will they try to defend this? Rocket spam coming out on Forev. There's your Death Ward as well, but they're just hitting illusions.
Oh, he's going to go down.
Yeah, Sky, he's actually dead.
Wow, this
tower gets the job done. The tower falls as well. Arrow's going to come out and connect. No! A little bit off the mark, but still, JYU in a load of trouble. It looks like he will end up falling. Ice Blast, though, hits, and all of a sudden, Phoenix have lost 3 members. Meanwhile, Febby, not looking too healthy himself. He will move his way back to the base, but Cynical with that Ice Blast definitely helped out a lot. It made that trade much less severe than it had to be.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, we got Naga free farming bottom. While this was all happening, while they're pushing towers, getting kills, trading effectively, March is down here just getting that relic.
Yeah, we're seeing the supports and QO just create space.
Yeah, this is exactly what he needs. And this is exactly what the Naga needs.
There's still, unfortunately, no boots of travel for MP. He's really lacking that item.
He got shut down so hard.
He did.
It's pretty much the name of the game. He just completely shut down.
0-3 this game. Creep stacks. Okay, well, at least he has this one, so this will be nice.
Yeah. It's about time he got some stacks. He's been very, very in need of one.
Arrow's going to fly out.
He's going to see it.
We'll spot everything. And, oh, that arrow looked like it was going to hit.
Yeah. Finally going to have those boots of travel. Kind of depleted all his mana there when they are pushing the tower bottom, and it looks like they're going to get it pretty convincingly, unless we see a TP in.
No. Cass comes out, and it actually bounces between them. Yeah, that was a really annoying cast.
That is so annoying.
I think MVP are pretty lucky that there was no follow-up. But everybody is heading to the bottom lane.
Yep.
All right, there's a little bit of initiation. Net as well. AA ult. It's going to come in and connect onto Forev. And we don't really see. Okay, there's your wall. And easily a sheep out. And inside the wards as well. Sky should fall quite easily in this situation. Down he goes. The Squall is literally acting like a barrier, preventing Pokerface from getting too far into the fight.
But I don't think they can really deal with this tower. I mean, these marching machines is doing so much damage.
Oh, nice arrow.
But no follow-up.
Yeah, okay, well, QL going to blink forward, uses ultimate, finishes off. Oh man, that was unexpected, and Febby now stunned. Can he actually get out of here? No, he doesn't have any more Ember Spirits for a little bit longer. Still though, March of the Machines really helping out a lot. And the Brewmaster ultimate will end. But still, I believe they got the Tier 1 tower.
Yep.
Really solid decision making from Phoenix. They've managed to continue to keep their lead. 13-7 now at 15 minutes into the match. Still, we're seeing a lot of aggression on both ends. And poor MP just hasn't really been able to find the farm he wants.
No, he's been having a horrible time here. And MVP in just such a solid lead here. Looking at the net worth, top 3 carries are MVP at this point. Showing their domination in the charts. And we don't have a relic just yet on the Naga, but very close here. 200 away.
Yeah, considering the time in the match, it's actually not too bad.
No, 15, 16-minute relic.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
If you can get your Radiance online like before 18 minutes with the Ring of Aquila, I'd say that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, you're in commanding position.
Yeah, and once that Radiance is online, these supports have to be so careful. Tinker can, like, say goodbye to Blink.
Yeah.
And I guess Bristleback and Ember Spirit aren't as concerned about it, but it's still extra damage.
Oh.
It's unfortunate these arrows just aren't connecting a lot of the time. Ryzen locked in place, but I mean, I think that's a bait if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, gotta be really careful with that. More harassment going down. Just not enough damage on that Ember Spirit yet to really be a threat.
Meanwhile, Hina's been passively keeping this lane pushed out for a long time. And he should have his wards up very soon, if not already. March, still have not seen a song from him. He's just been kind of farming the entire game.
Complete free farm.
And now he's got the gold for the relic. Things are about to change soon.
They're gonna change dramatically. And oh, gonna see a gank here.
All right, JYU. Can he actually get out of here? The arrow will miss. Nice back and forth juking. Uses the mech as well. All right, there's Primal Split. They're really committing to this kill.
Yeah, I don't think they can get it. This is too deep, way too deep.
Yeah, they're too deep with not enough heroes.
And they're pulling back. I mean, they're creating space. They don't want to go too crazy, though. Not while the Naga is still busy farming that Radiance. Ooh. A lot of farm on that Naga now.
It's a lot of farm. A lot of farm. And still, JYU, despite being 1-4, he did get his mech up quite early. We'll be working into just some normal power tread soon. MP does have his Boots of Travel, should be picking up his Blink Dagger momentarily, and then I wonder if he'll go into more of a Bloodstone type build, or Sheepstick, or try to go crazy YOLO with Dagon.
I don't think this is a Dago game. I think he's too behind to go Dagon at this point. He's going to have to go for more utility.
I think the Sheepstick would be the correct response here, considering Phoenix have a lot of important heroes to lockdown. And when you look at Pokerface's lineup, they're not the masters of lockdown.
No, not at all. I mean, besides the Witch Doctor, that's it.
That and Chains is basically
that
it.
And Chains. Nasal Goo helpful, but not really. Not as much. And there's a relic on the Naga finally, and very, very close to her recipe.
Indeed. There's the Blink Dagger for Tinker. And Heen has like not moved from this position the for the past 5 minutes or so.
Very comfortable.
Spotting those 3 heroes.
See rotation up top from the Ducks here. Might be looking for something here.
And he has his mech as well as a Blink Dagger up, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, MVP top 3 net worth. They've also used their ultimate. Are they looking to get Febby?
Oh.
No. He decides to just hightail it out of there.
Yep. Smart move there.
Yeah, if you don't see anyone on the map and there's a Mirana on the enemy team, then
Good chance you're getting ganked.
yes.
MVP looking for something here. They're all rotating up top here. They want to get rid of this tower. While the Naga completes her farming. And you know what? Pokerface kind of out of position. Except for this Tinker who's going to try and counter push this lane.
Those rockets actually have pretty insane range now that I think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, there's our Radiance online for Naga, and this is gonna, you know, it's a lot of pushing power available. MP can do a good job at kind of preventing the pushes from happening a little bit. QO accidentally used his Thunderclap.
Doing a lot of damage to this tower that could very well go down if they don't deal with it.
Uh-oh, QO, yeah, he has to use his ultimate immediately, and JYU tries to go into the thick of things, but he's just getting bursted down. And down he falls. He doesn't even get to use his mech. Chains keep a few people in place, but Febby will get hit with the stun. Everybody is still alive on Phoenix as well.
And nearly a tower. Deniable range, I believe.
Well, Song.
Oh, Song.
Oh, they're locking Sky in place. They get the sheep on him as well. Heen joining the fight. And, yep.
Clean kill there.
Another clean kill by MVP.
Very nice on the Naga especially.
I see a recipe on this Luna, and I'm wondering if it's a Hand of Midas. Just because you don't normally see a recipe on in her like this for a long time.
Yeah, drums.
Okay, it's drums. Never mind.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Giving a little more utility to the team.
Battle Fury finally online for the Ember Spirit. So
Okay.
you start doing a lot more damage now.
Yeah, he didn't go for like drums or anything along those lines. Just got some mana boots and then worked his way into the drums.
I mean, look at that lead. 10K gold, 5K experience for MVP. They're running away with this game. And Naga's only going to get bigger, and it's only going to get worse. It's one of those games where if they don't shut it down.
Yeah, like, I mean, if they ganked Naga a few times, like what happened to Tinker, we'd see like Naga like maybe like 3/4 to a relic at this point instead of already having a Radiance.
Exactly. She's at complete free farm. They've given her all the space that he needs.
The offensive tri-lane just it didn't do the damage it needed to do. There's too many good rotations from Phoenix. The offensive tri-lane left the mid very vulnerable. And I mean, it didn't. There was a few good arrows on bottom lane. Like, I guess Pokerface just their tri-lane was not as strong as the opposition.
I mean, there's too many setups from the bottom.
And the vacuum, trying to find MP, and blink away into a TP.
It's used. Stopping the push for now.
Oh, very good ward placement.
Oh.
I think we actually saw this at the summit against Arteezy's Tinker by DK.
Oh, yeah?
They put a ward up around that location, so whenever the Tinker comes in, they're ready for him.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
AA ult. Will come out. Oh my gosh. Completely obliterated, but still a lot of members hit by the ultimate from AA. And Ember Spirit comes in, he gets a kill. QO just forced to kind of run away with his tail between his legs. Naga split pushing top. The ward's essentially gold donated to Febby.
Yeah, and they didn't deny that tower or anything, so Kukuro will go down to the Naga.
And let's not forget that. Febby is able to get out of there.
TP in.
Okay, there's a lot of split damage coming in. There's the ultimate coming out from from the Brewmaster, and Cynical.
Poor AA.
Just gets blown up, man. Nothing he can really do. Cyclone onto the Witch Doctor, but still, the damage is looking quite impressive. Can they kill off this Panda in time? I don't know. No, they can't, but still, QO may end up dying.
Oh, that arrow.
It hits Sky. And QO bottling up a little bit. It's just enough to survive, and they actually get out of there alive.
Get out of there. And Naga takes the top tier 2. So very, very nice room given to the Naga for MVP, and they're getting more and more ahead, 17-8.
Still, though, let's not forget, in Battle Fury, Ember Spirit, pretty darn good at dealing with those illusions. They just kind of melt.
Yeah, that's true.
But if he gets like a heart online a little quicker, then that can certainly help out a lot.
Well, I mean, with the amount of space he's been given, I can definitely see that being a possibility in the very near future. Ooh, straight up.
It looks to be a Manta style or just a naked Yasha for now. King continuing to do a little bit of de-warding. He's also picked up a Blink Dagger. So the positioning from him will be pretty darn good. Ward's still up there in that really like smart location.
Yeah, I like that location a lot.
Now this game, though, a little bit more passive than the previous games, kill-wise at least.
Yeah.
Oh, but as I say that, Febby locked in the place, and they don't really do anything about it. Also, I want to point out that there's a Void Stone on this Ember Spirit, so it's possible he's going for 2 Battle Furies before a Daedalus.
Okay.
Which I guess we don't see as much as Battle Fury into Daedalus.
Yeah, it's a lot more rare. I guess it's more solid, straight-up damage.
A little bit of harassment on him, but nothing too crazy.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Top lane getting pushed out again by the Naga. Lots of split pushing going on by MVP. Both bottom and top at the same time. Looking for something here. JYU.
Master on to JYU. He can't deal with it, man.
No.
So the damage is just a little bit too fast.
And look at top. We got Wards and Naga hitting the tier 3 at the same time.
Yeah, and you know what Pokerface was doing? The MVP. They're turning around this game and just forcing them to split their attention to different sides of the map. Febby, he's retreating back to base.
Yeah.
And MVP, the other half of them are just going to get the tier 2.
This is so smart. They got to give up one or the other, and obviously they don't want to give up the tier 3. Almost goes down. They get the tier 2 bottom instead.
Yeah, and you know what? They barely had to commit anything for that.
Yeah, and they got a hero kill for it too. They got the bristleback. So straight up, great play, great solid split pushing by MVP.
Yeah, looking quite good for them, I'd have to say, after a little fiasco. They can just kind of split push the victory. And Pokerface, it seems like they're kind of against the wall. 15K gold advantage, 5K experience.
They're kind of getting suffocated out here.
Yeah. And QO is just like keeping so much pressure on them in general. He just brings forward thunderclaps, and you gotta run away or something like that.
Did the committal run away, and so much damage here. MP trying to push at it where he can.
QO still, he's like ready to commit as soon as he sees an opportunity present itself. And also, all of these lanes are continuously being pushed out. When one of these arrows hit, we're gonna just automatically see a big team fight.
Yeah.
And Naga's picked up her boots of travel, which means she can go where she's needed as far as team fights are concerned, whether she wants to split push or not.
But I mean, the amount of map control MVP have at the moment, she doesn't really need that. She can just stay in the jungle and send in illusions whenever she wants.
Yeah. Well, 18-8, 27 minutes into the match. Phoenix with what's looking to be a pretty good lead. I wouldn't say it's over yet or anything.
I wouldn't say it's over, but it's, I mean, unless Pokerface find a solution soon, it will be.
Yeah.
Giving the Naga this much space the entire game has been a kind of a critical mistake here.
Big no-no, man.
It's not what you do, guys, against Naga.
All right, a little bit of Riptide action on the Febby. QO. Thunderclaps, and there's a sheep on the Febby as well. Vacuum into the wild. Down goes the Ember Spirit. AAL will connect. There's your Primal Split, though. And they're immediately going on to Sky, trying to focus him down. He doesn't have a lot of health left. And down he falls, so that's already 2 dead. Phoenix looking pretty strong. Naga split pushing out the top lane during this entire fight. The wards, though, I believe slightly out of range of the tower. But this tier 3, it's looking like it may end up falling. The March of the Machines helping out in the bottom lane, but top, the rat commences.
The rat commences indeed. If those wards were just a little bit higher, they could have dealt with the tier 3 a lot easier. And whoa, just the...
just buying time.
He's almost going to kill this Ancient Apparition, I think. Riptide.
Yeah, is going to get it. Oh, wow. Buyback from Bristleback. The tier 3 in the bottom lane is being split pushed pretty hard as well. Just Tinker cannot actually do too much here. Like, he can't deal with top and bottom at the same time. The ranged Rex will fall. More illusions to help out. QO is so god darn tanky. What do you do against him? He's tankier than the Bristleback.
You can't do anything, I don't think, at this point. And the one of the racks has gone down. The second one almost does, and they're still pushing bottom.
And now the Manta style is completed. QO with 3K in the bank.
They could not be in a more commanding position at this point. 22-8. Pokerface completely stuck in their base.
Yeah. I feel like Pokerface are slowly like just squeezing the life. They're getting the life squeezed out of them.
Yeah, they're just complete suffocation at this point. They just can't leave their base, essentially. This Naga's just had free farm the whole game, and she's got exactly the item she needs to just split push all day long.
And there is only like one little point where Naga was having a bit of trouble. It was in the earliest stages of the game. Febby is going to get locked in place, and before he can escape, he'll fall. Just completely chain stunned. At the same time, Death Ward by Sky. Can he actually do the right amount of damage to kill off QO? No, at the last second. Throws out the ultimate.
Rock almost got him.
Yep, and they'll be able to finish him off with the Molliation. The Fire Panda, another TP away, but that's already 3 heroes dead.
GG.
Wow, okay, GG, there it is. And MVP coming back hard in match number 3. Looking very solid, a lot of clean kills, I think.
Just a very straight up game, and they made the room exactly how much room they needed for the Naga to come online, get that Radiance in good timing.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another break will commence. And when we come back, it'll be match number 4. Can MVP close it out against Pokerface 3-1? Or will we be going the distance to game number 5? We'll find out after this commercial break.